Have you ever noticed your dog pulling away even though you haven't done anything wrong? Maybe the tail wag feels weaker, the eye contact doesn't last as long, and you can't explain why. What most owners don't realize is that dogs remember how we make them feel. Not just the big moments, but the small ones too. And some everyday actions can quietly damage a dog's trust over time. You're about to learn 7 things that break your dog's trust, even though most owners don't know they're doing them. Understanding this can protect your bond from silent damage that's hard to repair later. And don't miss the last one, because it's something almost every loving owner does without realizing how deeply it affects their dog. Now, let's break this down. Ignoring connection attempts happens more often than most people realize, and that's why it's so damaging. Your dog brings you a toy, sits near you and looks up, or gently nudges your hand while wagging their tail. And without meaning to, you ignore it. You keep scrolling, stay focused on your screen, or say, later, without even looking. To a dog, these moments are not random. They are invitations. Dogs don't ask for connection with words, they ask with small, quiet signals. And when those signals are repeatedly ignored, something changes inside them. From a behavioral point of view, dogs learn through response. When they reach out and nothing happens, their brain slowly learns that trying doesn't lead anywhere. This doesn't make them angry, it makes them quieter. Over time, the toy stops coming, the eye contact fades, and the dog lies farther away instead of beside you. Many owners think this means their dog has become calm or independent, but often it means the dog has stopped expecting a response. That's where trust begins to weaken. The solution doesn't require more time or energy. It's about acknowledgement. A quick look, a short touch, a soft word, even 5 seconds tells your dog, "I see you." That small response keeps the connection alive. When dogs stop asking for attention, rebuilding that trust takes much longer than noticing it in the first place. Shouting at your dog is another trust breaker. You raise your voice, the behavior stops, and for a moment, it feels like it worked. Your dog freezes, lowers their head, or backs away, and silence fills the room. But inside your dog, something very different just happened. Dogs don't understand long explanations. They understand tone, and a loud, angry voice doesn't sound like guidance. It sounds like danger. When you shout, your dog's brain shifts into survival mode. Learning shuts down, and fear takes over. Over time, this leaves a mark. Your dog may still obey, but the energy changes. The tail doesn't wag the same, and eye contact becomes brief. Your dog listens, but without confidence or joy. Trust begins to thin quietly, without a clear moment where it breaks. Many owners don't connect this change to shouting because it feels normal. Everyone gets frustrated, but dogs don't forget how they felt in those moments. They remember the tone long after the words are gone. A calm voice doesn't mean letting bad behavior slide. It means teaching without fear. Short cues, clear timing, steady tone. Dogs learn faster when they feel safe. If shouting has happened before, trust can still be rebuilt. Lowering your voice, even when you're upset, tells your dog that mistakes don't equal danger. And that message matters more than any command. Inconsistent routines create another kind of damage. One day your dog is allowed on the couch, and the next day they're not. Breakfast comes early sometimes, late other days. Walks happen when there's time, not when there's a pattern. None of this feels like a big deal to you, but to your dog, it creates quiet confusion. Dogs don't understand flexibility the way humans do. They understand patterns. When rules and routines change without warning, your dog has to guess what's right instead of trusting what's expected. And guessing creates stress. Over time, this stress shows up in small ways. Restlessness, pacing, whining, clinginess, or the opposite. Your dog seems distant and unsure. They're not misbehaving. They're trying to read a world that keeps shifting. Behavior specialists explain that predictability helps regulate a dog's nervous system. Knowing when food comes, when walks happen, and what rules stay the same helps dogs relax. When everything feels random, your dog stays on alert. You don't need a perfect schedule. You just need consistency. That means feeding within the same window, similar walk times, and clear rules that don't change based on mood. Those small patterns tell your dog they can trust what comes next. And when a dog trusts what comes next, they trust you more too. Punishing safe spaces is another mistake that's easy to make. You tell your dog to go to their crate, their bed, or a corner of the room. You're frustrated, maybe even angry, and you just want space. It feels like a calm solution. But to your dog, that moment leaves a memory. Dogs don't separate places from feelings, they connect them. When a safe space is used during anger or punishment, it stops feeling safe. Over time, the crate or bed becomes something your dog hesitates to enter. They slow down, they pause, they whine. Not because they're stubborn, but because they remember. This isn't about the crate itself. Crates can be healthy and comforting when used properly, but when a dog is sent there during stressful moments, the space starts to carry emotional weight. What was once rest turns into a warning. Behavior experts explain that safe spaces should feel boring and calm, a place for sleep, food, and quiet. Never a place for emotional release or correction. Once fear gets attached to that space, trust takes time to rebuild. The fix is simple but important. Keep anger out of your dog's safe places, use redirection instead, and let the crate stay neutral. When your dog feels safe in their space again, a piece of trust quietly returns. Forced affection is another thing that wears down trust. You lean in to hug your dog, reach over their head to pet them, or pull them close because you're feeling affectionate. This feels loving to you. To your dog, it can feel very different. Dogs communicate through body language, and they care deeply about choice. When affection is forced, even gently, it can make a dog feel trapped or unsure. A hand coming from above can feel sudden. A tight hug can limit movement. Many dogs tolerate this. Very few truly enjoy it. You might notice small signs you didn't think much about before. Your dog stiffens for a moment, turns their head away, or licks their lips and freezes briefly. These are not random behaviors. They're quiet signals saying, "I'm uncomfortable." When these moments happen again and again, your dog learns that their signals don't matter. That's when trust begins to wear down, not because your dog doesn't love you, but because they don't feel respected. The solution is simple. Let your dog choose. Pet from the side, the chest, or under the chin. Pause and see if they lean in or walk away. That choice changes everything. When affection becomes something your dog agrees to, not something they endure, trust grows stronger instead of weaker. Skipping walks and mental stimulation slowly breaks trust too. For many dogs, walks disappear without anyone noticing. Life gets busy, weather changes, energy runs low, and skipping a walk doesn't feel like a big deal. But to your dog, it is. Walks are not just exercise, they are how dogs explore, process, and feel in control of their world. Every smell is information. Every pause is a choice. When walks are taken away, the world becomes smaller, quieter, and more frustrating. That frustration doesn't always come out right away. It builds. Chewing increases, barking changes, restlessness appears, mood shifts. This isn't bad behavior. It's emotional pressure with nowhere to go. Behavior experts explain that sniffing and exploration lower stress and help regulate a dog's brain. When that outlet is removed, trust can slowly fade. Your dog stops expecting good things to happen outside or through you. The fix doesn't require long walks every day. Short walks help. Letting your dog sniff longer helps. Letting them lead sometimes helps. Even mental games at home can make a difference. When a dog loses their connection to the outside world, they don't forget how it felt. Bringing that connection back is one of the fastest ways to rebuild trust. Never rewarding good behavior is the last one, and it's more common than you'd think. Your dog listens, they try, they follow your cues, and nothing happens. No praise, no reward, no sign that their effort mattered. At first, they keep trying, then slowly something changes. Dogs learn through outcomes. When effort leads to something positive, the brain connects trying with trust. When effort leads to nothing, the message becomes clear. Trying isn't worth it. Your dog may still obey, but the spark fades. Movements become slower, the tail wags less, and the joy in responding quietly disappears. Many owners believe love alone should be enough, but dogs don't understand love in the abstract. They understand feedback. A happy voice, a gentle touch, a small treat. These things tell your dog, yes, that mattered. Without that signal, motivation drains away. And when motivation fades, trust follows. Not because your dog is stubborn, but because they've learned that effort doesn't change anything. The solution is simple. Acknowledge effort. Reward calm behavior. Praise trying, not just perfection. Even small recognition goes a long way. When your dog feels that their effort matters, they don't just listen better, they trust deeper. So now you know all the small things that quietly break a dog's trust. None of these moments mean you're a bad owner. Most of them happen without intention, without awareness. And that's why they matter. If this made you pause and think about your own dog, that's a good thing. Awareness is where trust starts to heal. Which one surprised you the most? Or was there a moment with your dog that changed how you treat them forever? Understanding your dog in ways most owners never do starts with paying attention to the quiet truths that help them feel safe, seen, and loved.